Daisuke, Sony has a new CEO. Tell us a little bit about what he's doing.
Yeah, so ahead of a big kind of corporate strategy meeting on Thursday, we were starting to hear about some of the things he's going to unveil on that day. And one of the big things will be a plan to kind of reduce the cost structure or pare down some of the cost structure of Sony, and that'll include a big round of reducing the payroll. And so about 10,000 jobs within the next couple of years are expected to be reduced.
And Daisuke, isn't that unusual? Japanese companies, they tend to be reluctant to make significant kinds of layoffs, but Sony's been struggling for a long time, especially in its electronics division. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it just goes to show kind of how tough it is out there. The TV business at Sony has lost money for 7 straight years, or I guess with this past fiscal year, it'll be 8 straight years. And they've done a lot in terms of trying to cut costs on the procurement side, but they also have to lower their general costs, and that a lot of that has to come from headcount. And yeah, this is going to come from in terms of there will be some layoffs, but a lot of it will be spinning off businesses that they don't feel are core to their electronics operations.
And how difficult is this television business for Sony right now? They've obviously been struggling with it for a while. What's their outlook right now?
One, two,
yeah,
three, four,
it's brutal. They lost money last year. They intend to lose money again this year, with the hopes that 2 years down the line they'll be at break even or better. Sony's in a tough spot with TVs on many fronts. One is that they do not make the main components, the LCD panels, so they're kind of at the mercy of the suppliers in terms of their cost structure. Also, the overall TV market has been very tough, and consumers expect prices to go down 20-30% every year, and that's not good if you're a manufacturer.
Do they need a breakthrough in innovation in one of their areas to really get going again? I mean, hasn't that been part of the rap against them, is that, in the last few years, there haven't really been that many new innovative consumer products coming out of Sony?
Sure. I mean, to be fair, they have some very interesting things. On the digital camera side, they have some great mirrorless cameras. But yeah, overall, I think they are, especially on the TV side, looking for some new breakthrough. Paz and I started talking about 4K, which is the next generation TV, which is about 4 times sharper than your high definition TV now, and that would be, a game-changing technology potentially if Sony could come up with it first and lower the price to the point where consumers, it's palatable for consumers. So yeah, there's a lot of things.
This will be, of course, their second big restructuring. They did one after the 2008 crisis. Did that actually work? They cut a lot of jobs. Did it produce what they wanted?
Yes and no. I think that was necessary because they just had this huge manufacturing footprint that just didn't make sense for the kind of business they had now. And so that was necessary. And one only wonders how big of losses they would have made if they hadn't done that. This round of restructuring is a little bit different than the last time. They're not going to be closing as many factories. It's going to be more about spinning out businesses.